but there's a lot of people that hate me.
Oh,
And
I can't. How can somebody hate you,
Habibi,
man? I spent a few minutes with you already, and
well, everyone likes me until I say something they disagree with.
all the hating comments. He says I read them and I record it,
Okay.
and then I make a mixtape and I listen to that, and that motivates me in my workouts.
Wow.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
I think one thing we've seen online though is that if you're perceived to be associated with somebody that somebody doesn't like, then you can get attacked by proxy as well.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You're probably going to get canceled for this one.
I thought everyone loves you. I don't pay enough attention.
Oh.
I honestly don't pay enough attention.
Oh, mashallah.
But you know what's interesting? I don't know if this will give you motivation or not. There's an audio book I was listening to, and it's an audio book and podcast in one. It's by David Goggins. I don't know if you've heard of him. Okay, so he's this guy, ultra marathon, Navy SEALs. He really talks about like pushing yourself and stuff like that. Okay, and he had a traumatic childhood, and he saw how he went through this. So he has a really interesting story. Okay, and he has a really interesting attitude. So what he said is that, you know, all the haters, all the hating comments. He says I read them and I record it.
Okay.
And then I make a mixtape and I listen to that, and that motivates me in my workouts.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So he's a guy, he's done like 100-mile marathon. Like
Right.
he runs for 100 miles.
Wow.
And over like 22 hours, like running consistently for, you know what I mean? So he does like extreme
Who hates
things.
him?
You know what I mean? So he'll get like people who hate. And
Why?
Anybody out there, if you find a person to love him, you'll find a person to hate
Right.
him. You know what I
Right.
mean? So he actually, I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
Is that he said, I record everything,
Yeah.
all this in his own voice. He records it.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I listen to it and it just gives me fuel.
It's a great idea.
You know what I mean? He just gives me fuel, and it's like I use it for my next. Okay, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna run 20 miles today.
That's a great
You know what
idea.
I mean?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
So
Sometimes I got to be careful though,
Yeah.
because like I'd listen, especially like people that engage in polemics against me. It burns me up, right? From the I need to put something out right now.
Yeah.
And I know that often if I do at that specific moment, because I'm emotional, it's not going to be the type of information that I'd like out there, or maybe I'm going to be childish.
Yes.
Maybe I'm going to be emotional on camera, so I got to be careful about that. But there's a lot of people that hate me. And
I can't. How can somebody hate you,
Habibi,
man?
Habibi.
I spent a few minutes with you already, and you know.
So well, everyone likes me until I say something they disagree with.
Yeah.
Naturally, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works. However, what's really interesting is there's a lot of people that would love to hate me, but struggle to because some of the khair that I did. You know, so we'd have some, like, there'd be some Sufis that really, really, really hate me for my Salafism, but really appreciate what I've done for you know, in defense of Islam.
Yes.
So they're like, you know, they're trying to hate me, but you know,
Yeah.
they don't cross that line. They're respectful to a degree.
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, something I appreciate.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.